Hello everyone, welcome. I have an exciting video to share with you. I had a request to show all my completed fall/Halloween themed pages, and being I have not colored a whole lot this year, I thought that was a fantastic idea. I don't want to do a collection video just for the fact that my collection of Halloween and fall books is not up to date. I really didn't buy any last year because I had so many I wanted to tackle, and then this year I have not been in the loop. So my collection is out of date, so I figured that wouldn't really be fun for a lot of people to watch. Anyway, I will link one of my old ones in the comments if you are interested. But this one is going to be specifically pages I have colored in the last few years. Now, I did not pull all of them, partly because some of our stuff is packed. We thought we were going to evacuate for a fire, so a lot of my older stuff is put up and packed to prevent smoke damage. And so we're just kind of the last few years, but I still have tons of pages to go through, so I think we'll have a great time. These are in no order, of course. And hopefully they all have something colored in them. Some of them I did pull to color in this year, so if we run across any blanks. But I think other than that, we are good to go. So I am going to quickly start with my PDFs here. I don't have a whole lot, and I really haven't been into the PDFs a whole lot lately. So these should go rather quickly, but this cute little mushroom house is Mariola Budek. I think she put out like a freebie set or something for fall. So this is from 2021, so a couple years ago. And then this cute little kitty and the pumpkin is the same one. I'm actually going to move this stuff out of the background so we can kind of see. And then this little fox is out of the same set. And I don't remember how many she had. At one time there was a goal for me to complete the set, and then I just didn't, of course. So, but there is my Mariola Budek one so far. Set those. Will you make a done pile? This is Sassy Coloring, Wonderful Wildlife. I tend to work on my bees more in the fall than I do in the summer. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the color palette that appeals to me, so that is why this is in my fall collection. It is Prismacolors. I have some of those Ohuhu glitter markers on here that were gifted to me, a couple different kinds of washi tape. These are washi tape stickers, and I really only stuck them on here because I was just trying out the stickers before I did anything else with them. I figured a PDF was a way to go. I eventually was going to buy this book, so I made it look kind of nice, and I was going to tuck it in my book, and then I never did. So there's that one. I have a helper here with me today, so she's going to hand me a book and make sure I don't miss pages and keep us organized that way. This is one of my favorites, and this is from 2021. This is Denny Siddick, and it was from Etsy, so I did purchase this one. This is Prismacolors. I should have wrote the name of the image on there, but I did not, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I really like how her hair turned out for 2021. That was quite a while for me, and definitely the beginning of Hair and Skin. But I like the little added bedazzled look here. So I added some gems just to kind of spice it up, but I think she came out looking real nice. So there's that one. This is Witches and Friends by Laura Kilgore. Now I have a few grayscale images, and this I believe, I didn't write the year. I just wrote it was due back October 5th, so exactly a year. I'm going to guess last year. Before the AI took over, when AI started really getting busy and taking over and there were tons of images, I really got away from the grayscale. But I do have a couple friends that were still putting out books and things, and so I was trying to be supportive. But I have really grown away from the grayscale. But there's my cute little Frankenstein. I'm not sure why this one's in here, but we'll show it anyway. Probably because I colored it in November and I pulled this whole section out of my PDF folder. That would be my guess. This is Teresa Goodridge. It's a Cat's World. Again, not really fall related, so freebie, bonus, whatever you want to call it. It is Prismacolor, and there is 3 or 4 parts up to this on my channel if you would like to see how I did the bubbles or the bucket or the cat fur. That is all up and available to view. Thank you. Alright, this one is also a color along up on the channel if you're interested. This is, I didn't even write on here, Sugar Skull Grayscale by Christine Caron. I thought I wrote the date. I'm pretty sure I did this last year. So the background is the Mungyo pastels, and we talked about how to kind of blend them out and get that nice spooky effect. We went over some hair, skin. Of course, we went in bedazzled her a little bit too. Definitely one of my top 5 favorite Halloween images I have done. She looks fabulous. I am really happy with her. On to the next. We have Lena Green, and this is from 2022, and this is also a color along up on the channel. Turns out I really liked PDFs for color alongs on the channel because if I messed them up I could reprint or I could practice as much as I wanted, where books I'm kind of limited. So the more comfortable I got with them, I have moved to books more, but this is a 4-part color along on the channel. So we did skin, hair, coat, and leaves, I'm pretty sure, similar to that. I don't think this is in a book yet. It was just a printout off her Etsy shop. But again, very happy with how this turned out. Really liked the hair. I think the hair came out great, the coat. So very happy with her too. And if you would like a link to any of these color alongs, you can let me know. I will get them to you in the comments. I will try to link them in the description, but there is so many that I might have a feeling I will probably miss one or two. This is Creative Bow Art, and I'm not sure if she still has her shop up. So she had a few images, and I was coloring, and I was in her group, and she sent me a planner for the year, and then I heard she was going a different direction, kind of, and then I seen her pop back up, so I'm not sure if she's just doing painting and things and selling things, or if she's back to creating coloring images. But this was a fun one to do. This is one I tried out nail polish on her wings. Get you a little closer so you can kind of see the gloss. That's the gloss, but when you look at it, you can't tell. It just adds a little sparkle to her wings. Pastel background, and I'm going to assume probably Prismacolors, yeah, for the rest. So that is Creative Bow Art. This one is Artistry by Lisa Marie, and she has a shop as well. I don't think she has any books out, but she does have a shop where you can buy singles. I do believe this was a contest of hers, so this is my Fall Harvest Woman, so of course I tried to keep it all fall colors. Really rich with the dress, but I still wanted the berries to stand out, and then I must have been in a dazzle it up phase, because again, she also has some pretty little crystals on her dresses and things. I don't love her skin, but this was also like one of my very first few attempts at skin and just pencil, so not too bad. Room for improvement. But. And then of course we have Hocus Pocus. So the new Hocus Pocus movie came out last year, and I was so excited. This is Edwina McNamee, and I purchased this image off Etsy. There is a color along up for this one as well, but honestly, this one was just fun to do. Regardless, I really feel like my sky kind of set off the spooky feel. I really like how the little book turned out here. Prismacolors, I'm pretty sure, with some acrylic paint and white textures. So that is our Hocus Pocus. And then last but not least of our PDFs is the Ellie Marks, and this is out of her book Victoriana. I do have this book, but this happens to be, she gave out a freebie, so I went that route. I really love my spooky sky. I feel like the witch on top of my house stands out great. My black and purple house, I tried to keep, I was thinking of doing these red and green, and I really didn't want to bring in Christmas colors when I was trying to keep the spook vibe, so we switched up our bushes here to be a little more spooky and a little more purple. But yeah, really happy with how this one turned out as well. Had my doubts when I was starting it, but I'm fairly happy with it now. And again, the washi tape border is just when I take pictures and things, kind of clean up my edges, hide my wild lines and things. So that is Ellie Marks Victoriana. Okay, books are in no particular order, and they are everywhere. So I'm just going to kind of start with the top of my pile. This is Wee Wickeds by Carla Magana. I love this book. I might order a new copy. This one Jamie gave to me, so this is 2021, and this was one of the first guys I did here, my little skeleton, and he is my favorite. My background is acrylic paint, and then it's got some glitterific acrylic paint and some nail polish to get that sparkle, but I'm really happy with how his suit turned out. And more so, I think, for the fact that I colored it wild colors, which to me, I'm still getting used to coloring things outside the norm of what they should be. As to where this is normally colored black, I decided to go wild, and I really like that book. The rest of these are a little wild, so He is technically not finished. I need to go back. You can see where I started to kind of shade in my grass, give him some texture, add something to my background, because as you can tell, compared to this one, he looks quite plain, but he was a start. My plan was if I started all of a little of them, then I would go back and finish, and it, you know, maybe that would help me finish a book, but nope, it just left me whips. But there's Frankenstein and his bride. I do believe, yes, they are alcohol marker. Again, I was playing with that glitterific, and it did not go well on this background, so, you know, it just didn't do what I was expecting it to do. I probably should have done a different color background. Would have helped a lot, because a purple background on a purple bat, but, so there's a whip. Don't even know what I was going for, other than I really wanted to play with the pink glitter. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. My Little Witch. I do believe that was for a prompt of Jamie's Once Upon a Time. Again, really loving the bedazzled sparkle look. Sugar Skulls. Again, practiced with that sparkle paint. I was happy with how this turned out. Going back now, I would do the ice cream cones a little different, just because when the light hits it right, you can really see like how out of the lines it is. But not bad, just for what it was. It was quick and it was fun, so that's what matters. I think that is all of them out of Wee Wickeds. Alright, then we have Camellia Angelkova and 50 Autumn Miniatures. This is one of my favorites, but it is not, I started off real good on it, and then I keep forgetting to pull it. So I pulled it, and hopefully we'll get one or two done sometime this season. So I'm just going to kind of, I have a lot in here, so we're just going to kind of peek at it like this, but my books belong to page. And these are all the way back to 20, so these are already 4 years old. Which is cool in the fact that you can see that whatever markers I used here, alcohol marker and gel pen, didn't bleed through, didn't yellow, haven't faded. My gel pens are still sparkly. So it's always a bonus. My pastels are still on. They have not rubbed off after 4 years. These are the Azul markers, so they don't bleed and leave yellow. Good to know. I did mark that I used whiteout on my mushrooms, and I don't like how that came out, so I probably haven't done that again. This is the Crayola blend-in shades, and these have faded a little in the 4 years since they've been colored. They are definitely losing color. It is very pale looking. Even my leaves up here are starting to blend in with the pastels in the background. So Crayola blend-in shades, not exactly friendly for long term. That's okay. This was a play with watercolors, so I used Arteza watercolor pencils. I didn't really love it, so I tried to go and like outline it with the black and kind of hide the mess I made out of it. I do like it better now, but it is still not my favorite. Okay, so then we have our little mice here, and I didn't do a background. I really liked how just simple and cute and clean they looked. Of course, I got a gel pen splatter there from somewhere, but so I kept telling myself I was going to think of a background, but I really do like this as is, so I don't think I'll put one in at this point. My owls, really like my owls. There used to be white dots in the background, which really kind of set it off, but they are fading. This one is from 21. Lots of alcohol markers. Cute little pumpkin with my ghost kitties. Looking back now, I should have made them see-through so you could see the hat and stuff through them, but I didn't think of it till it was too late. But again, playing with that acrylic background and the paint splattered sky. Somebody's homework I used for a blotter page. Alright, so see, I know I have some more in here somewhere. It's a pretty full book. Here's my raccoon. And he doesn't have a date, but he is probably 2022 because he is pretty old. But he is one of my favorites. He did come out well. So Mungale pastel for the background, alcohol marker with pencil over top for the raccoon and everything else. And then just an alcohol base for the rake the apples in the sky. Well, and my raccoon too. Okay, these are Teo tree markers. I have noticed Teo Tree Yellow, but they don't look too bad in this book. I don't know if it's because I've already got this page colored, so they're not really, but it hasn't yellowed on this side either, so. Okay, here's a little fox. I don't love this one. I was trying to stay away from the red berries. At the time, I was really tired of the red berries. I do like how my leaves turned out as far as blending alcohol markers to get there. Probably should have picked a different background color, but so that one's 2022 Buddy Color with Jamie's Coloring Love. A whip I started, never went back to. It's my little camping one. Again, probably should have took the time and put in a real sky. I feel like it would have came together a lot better. I like the rest of it. I just feel like that the Mungyo pastel sky didn't set the tone of the page like I thought it was going to. I'm telling you, there's a ton of them in here. Okay, here's my little deer. Again, this is Sharpies, and they are supposed to be this pale. I used the vintage color palette, which you will see again in another book. So that one is supposed to look like that. But there is my cute little hedgehogs, Bic markers, and pen and gear gel pens. They turned out very cute. Again, it was fun to kind of get out of the norm and just pick pastel colors for them. And I think, oh, the puppy dog, again, didn't want to do a background. I felt like my pastel backgrounds were really muddying up and muting my pages to where I couldn't get this nice bright look. So I left her alone for now. Again, really happy with how she looks for just being blended alcohol markers. It's really trying to get the hang of blending alcohol markers. So, and that is that. So that is 50 Autumn Miniatures. You put the books in a different pile because I'll keep those out. Thank you. 50 Halloween miniatures, and I don't think I have as many in here. If I do, they're probably not done. Let's see. This book belongs to Ashley. Again, really liking the alcohol markers in here. Book was really eating up my pencils. It's 2022 mixed alcohol markers. Again, really working on blending them alcohol markers, as you can tell. I hope it makes Camellia proud to know that after almost finishing 2 books of hers, I have almost got the hang of blending alcohol markers. Alright, let's see what we got tagged in here. My helper helped me tag, so I don't even remember what's in here. Oh, just a moon. So again, alcohol marker. That one did do some residual bleed through, but nothing serious, especially being they're candles and flames anyway. Oh, that one don't even have a flag on it, but there's my little spiders. I would have liked to redo this nowadays. I feel like I could have done a way better job, but it's done. My little trick-or-treat puppy, and I found these cute little candy stickers at Dollar Tree, so I just kind of stuck them on just for fun to see how they do, how well they stick, things like that. Research purposes, of course. I added my own little bats in the background. Pretty sure they're just white pencil. I feel like I have, maybe not. I thought I had another page in between those two. And then my graveyard was from 23, so as you can see, last year I really got into making my ghost kind of see-through. So, super cute, fun to do. You can really see the difference in, like, my coloring. If you look at this one, how it's streaky and not blended, and then this one, just the difference. So it is fun to look back. So, Halloween miniatures. Okay, this one is going to be interesting. I only have 1 page done in here. However, Kate's Coloring Heaven is doing a full book channel buddy color with this book, so I have a whip. I've started trying to catch up to her because I believe she's on her 2nd month. So we'll go ahead and get the whip out of the way, I guess, because it's one I found first. So here is my version. I'm going to have a nice little galaxy look to mine. I used a Jelly Roll metallic pen to get this kind of copper look. I have no idea what I'm doing with anything other than the border, so it will be a surprise to all of us as we finish. But yes, if you want to look up her channel, she is doing, I think, a page or 2 a month, depending on the page. And then this one I tackled by myself last year. very happy with how it turned out. I have seen so many other beautiful ones. It makes me want to color it again, but not because I don't like mine. So very happy with how it turned out. Excited to put a dent in this book. This is a book I would like to have a lot more pages done in. Will I be able to keep up with the buddy color along? I don't know, because these pages do tend to take me a while because I want them to be well done. I don't want to rush them. But we'll see. It is good motivation. So I will put that one back in this pile. Tales of the Witch's Cottage by Hannah Carlson. Alright, Colors of Autumn by Nicolette Delafray. I actually did the cover contest on this one and won my copy. So I don't think I've tackled anything inside, but I did pull this book for next year. But I did want to go ahead and show the cover, because this is how yours will come. But this was the one I colored. So technically I have the cover done. I need to do it in the book now, and I will probably do it a little different. I don't think I like the brown. I might black it out, but we'll see. I'm not fully decided, but I don't think I have anything else even started in here. I want to do quite a few pages in that one. So there's that in the to-do pile. Okay, this is Autumn Inspirations by George Tufexis. I am not a huge color by number person anyway, and I thought maybe because George Tufexis had his were a little harder, you know, a little more like intricate color by number, that they might capture my interest a little more. Not so much. I'm really just not. They do turn out pretty. I just have a hard time sitting there filling in all the numbers one by one. But I did go through and do a few in a few different mediums. So this is alcohol markers, and that was my color kind of guide, so I knew. So this is what they look like undone. Alright, sorry about that phone call. Anyway, this is what one looks like when it's not colored, which is why I thought it'd be more up my alley than the larger ones. Maybe that worked against me, as in it was too much to do, maybe. Too hard. There were a couple where I feel like the numbers were missing or something like that, and I contacted them, and I can't remember. I think they sent me the correct guide or whatever, but so this one is done in the Teo Tree markers, and I do like this one. It did come out nice bright, got a nice fall look to it. So that one was 2021, so 3 years old. Again, Teo Tree markers. Start to see a little bit of yellow, but for 3 years, not bad. I'm pretty sure I should have one more finished in here. So this one was Prismacolors. And I'm not going to lie, this one kicked my butt. I really wanted to quit on it. I am not saying I'm not happy with the result. It just, the amount of effort it took and the time I had to sharpen my pencils and all that just was, I feel like, more work than it was worth. I really don't love the purple bear we got going on here, but that is what my color guide told me to do. Okay, and then I forgot a blotter page, so that is not on the markers. That is user error. And then another whip. Again, thought I could get started and get into it, got bored, and never went back. It's a theme in this book. Autumn Inspirations by George Tufexis. Halloween. This one is horror glow-in-the-dark coloring, so I am going to show this. This book it does have some blood and gore. The page I'm going to show you does not, but if you do not like death or under the water, I advise you to look away now. This is a glow-in-the-dark coloring book, and unfortunately I can't show you how it glows in the dark, but do know these books do glow. They are neat. That's why I tackled one. So here is my girl, and again, if I shut my light off, I'm pretty sure it's not dark enough. Yeah, not dark enough to see the glow, but had a lot of fun with her. Mainly wanted to check out the glow of the book, but at least I can say I tackled one. I do like the images in this book, but again, I'm not into the blood and horror and gore. I'm scary dolls myself, so. But there's a few more in there I would tackle. So that is Horror by Juan and Santiago Calais, and I do believe they've put out a couple other books. Monster Doodle Invasion, and again, this is some of my older work, and I was just kind of showing it because I know I've grown and I've changed. This is back when I used to be real big into the alcohol markers, and I'm just not now. So I really liked this book because it was big and open and easy to color, but as I got more into coloring and started liking pencils, I just haven't got into this book. It is a good marker book, but like these large spaces are not fun with pencils. It will eat up your pencils. I do believe this was a Crayola. I played Crayola with this, and Jamie's turned out wonderful, and I hated mine, so I never finished it. I don't like Crayola. I know there are lots of people that do beautiful things with Crayola crayons. Crayons specifically, let me state. But to me, they're just not worth the hassle. So, Monster Doodle Invasion. This is illustrated by Ronnie Pios, Julia Rivers. I'm not sure if she's still on Amazon. I haven't actually looked for one of her books in a while. Cute and Creepy is a new to me as of last year book. So this is Creepy Cute Kawaii by Mary Eakin. I enjoyed this book. I really did. It was fun to let loose and just do whatever I wanted. And single-sided, huge open spaces so I could throw any kind of media I wanted at it, and that's exactly what I did. So this was an attempt at a watercolor galaxy, which did not go well, but I really like, you know, the cute little silver marshmallows and the campfire smiling. So not my favorite, but still cute. A lesson learned on the background, and I really could have went over it with some pencil and fixed it up if I wanted to. Didn't want to. Again, it was just a book to play. This one I had a blast with, and you can kind of see the shining off of it. I used nail polish. And again, a little lesson to be learned here and there. I kind of smeared it. Always do your nail polish away from your marker because it smears. But they are very cute. I did this last year, and the smell has finally wore off from the nail polish, but they do make nail polish that isn't so strong. I did have a blotter page, so this is recent bleed through, but nothing too serious. So yeah, super cute. Enjoyed that one. I did find that book at Walmart. This is From Halloween to Christmas by Daria Kakrasoy. I only have one in here. Keep telling myself I'm going to do more. I don't. But here is my... This was way old, so I want to say this is like 2020, let me see what the copyright is. I colored it the year it came out, 2021, so yes, very old, which is why you can see her hair could use some improvement. But I am still very happy with her, even this many years later. Eyelashes could use a little work, hair could have used a little work, but overall fairly happy. And I didn't add a background. I didn't want to lose her or the bat. I feel like they looked pretty good without. So there is my vampire girl out of that one. I just got all kinds of things going on. This is Coloring Book Cafe's Halloween, and if you buy the new Coloring Heaven special, there is a page or two out of this book in there. But I think I've tackled one. And I really enjoy how this turned out, and that's the only reason I show this one. I didn't really love this book, but I tackled this page because there was a prompt that went with it, jack-o'-lantern or something, and this page fit it, and I am happy I did. Now, looking at it blank, I was totally sure that that wasn't something I was interested in, but happy with how it turned out. So alcohol markers, Prismacolor over top, some bats again, must have been on a bat kick, adds to the spook factor. So Halloween by Coloring Book Cafe. Mouse Guard, not technically a Halloween coloring book, but I was asked to pull my fall themed pages, which I have one in here. This book is out of print now, and I really wanted to make this book a one to complete, and then when I realized it's out of print and I can't order another one, I kind of slowed down coloring in it. I mean, it's too late to save my copy. It's already well loved, but I didn't know this book was going to be out of print. This is like $10 when me and Jamie bought them back in the day. So this is from 2020, and I did color it in January, but I did color it in the fall palette because that's my favorite. Also 4 years old. Been doing this forever now, it feels like. And then I have a little fox in here. And again, totally happy with how it turned out. There's only one page in this book I wish I could fix, and I probably can if I had to. I'm not sure how well it would go. This one. I did these bricks back in 2020, and then knowing what I know now, I feel like I could have did a lot better job. Same with the stained glass, but that's okay. It's always good to have an old one or two to show how far you've came. So that is my Mouse Guard book by David Peterson. Halloween by Edwina McNamee. And I have one in here. And I am happy with how it turned out. There's a couple of spots I wish the blending would have went a little better. But that's okay. This, I do believe, is those Crayola blend-in shades, too. I was really putting the blending and shading that they used in their title to the test. So yeah, that's all I have in this one. It's a very cute book. I just haven't been into the markers a whole lot to go back. Halloween by Edwina McNamee. Oh, and I have a whip. I forgot all about this one. So this is a whip. This is Creature Feature by Alan Robert. I only have one whip in here. So again, if you're not a fan of the monster, there is no blood or gore on my page. I did the movie scene, but if you are not into horror, you might fast forward a moment. And here we are, all our scary guys sitting in the movie theater. So, fairly happy with how this turned out. I mean, I've seen some cooler ones done since then, but again, this has been like a 3-year whip, and I am so close. I need to just sit down and buckle up and finish it. But I was really trying to get some realistic colors. I didn't want them to look like they're in the dark. I wanted you know, maybe it's the previews or something. So I did do that intentional to make it look a little brighter. Really wanted each character to show. But yeah, happy with this. I love this page. Feels perfect for Halloween. Maybe I can get her in and get it done if I sit down and concentrate. A lot of my problem lately, other than not being home, thanks to Mother Nature, and is the actually just sitting down and concentrating part. Stick this book back together real quick here. So that is Beauty of Horror, Creature Feature. We'll set that one up there so I remember to try to finish it. Need that right now. Cute and Creepy. Again, this is an older book for me, so these will all be 2020. So here is my title page. This is distressed ink, and I was trying out the bubble technique, so this is not really important, just a tester page. But the dog on the other side is super cute, and that was where I was practicing them watercolor galaxies. Again, big into the paint splatter with the toothbrush effect. You'll notice, I've noticed also as I go through my books and things, that you can tell what phase I'm in. The paint splatter effect was definitely one of them. This was when I got my gelatos for backgrounds. So we created a rainbow. I tried to go over it with the metallic shimmer watercolors, and now it just looks funny, which is why this part isn't actually colored in. Yeah, wish I wouldn't have went over the top of it. But on to the actual scary pages here. Super scary, I know. These are my little snowball creatures. And November 2020, it was probably cold here in Wyoming. Playing with some glittering up snow. Again, very new to fur blending shading. Looks like I did an acrylic paint background. I probably did a background that I hated and went over it. Overall, now they're cute. I don't mind them. I did them different, of course, but for 4 years ago, they look pretty good to me. Okay, this one says we've got something colored. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. So again, 4 years ago. Definitely would do him different now fur-wise, but I think I'd keep my color scheme and everything the same. Background is pencil. But happy with the little Beauty and Beast vibe there. Ghosties, I never went back and finished. My mummy got ruined, and I'm super sad. I have no idea what happened to her. Oh, I do remember. it. She was cute and pretty. And she is all pencil, which was probably the problem. But when I went to do this side, I used this shiny Crayola marker. They're supposed to be like the outline ones because they were leaving a super cool effect on him, and they bled through, which I wasn't expecting. So that's what ruined my mummy. I remember. And then of course it kind of ruined the mood so I added a little puff paint up there for the blood effect, but other than that, I mean, I like him. I could do without the background. But I am sad for my mummy. I do believe she was the first one I tackled in this book, so super bummer there. And then we have my zombie guys. And these are a favorite. First attempt. This was like the first at the blood splatter effect. I've never, I've done it in the sky, but I didn't do it for blood. But I think they turned out pretty good. I think the flies catch your attention. They give off that feel. Again, 4 years old, so pretty good for me, especially for the dead skin look. And that is all I have in there. So that is Cute and Creepy by Camilla de Erico. That one might be worth another copy to me in the future. I've really tried hard not to be a double book buyer, but sometimes. This is Fairies in Nature, and I think I pulled it to finish this, so I don't actually have a finished page. Well, I do, but not. I guess she's fall, so 2022, 2 years old. Again, this is one of those that the marker was a different color when I put it down. It was a nice red like this and really brought my page together. And it dried pink. And now I'm kind of scared to go over it because I don't want to ruin it and yellow the page behind it. But still super cute. I mean, someday maybe I'll go back and try to fix the background a little, but for now. So yeah, pulled that one to get that pumpkin finished, get that cute little witch on there finished. Another gift from Jamie. Jamie, thank you for contributing so much to my coloring book collection over the years. It's always fun to do a flip through because I feel like I got a lot of books from Jamie for various reasons, birthdays, buddy colors, what have you. Fall Friends, and this is another one from Jamie, and we have buddy colored in here. This one I was tackling in Crayola, which didn't bleed through, but I was going to go over with pencil, never went back. Same deal here. I was going to do a video of before and after. This is what it looks like with just marker base. Go back, touch it up, pencil. Never went back. And then there's my cute little bear. And he turned out pretty cute. I'm happy with him for being just marker. I think his little glittered toenails kind of give him a little funny touch. They make me smile. So I know they don't really fit, but still funny. And then this was me and Jamie's coloring, Jamie's Coloring Loves Buddy Color from 2022. I was thinking last year, but I guess we're behind a year. But yeah, super cute. Again, this is the Sharpie vintage markers, minus a couple. I think the red wasn't in there, but I think the rest were. So happy with how she turned out. And that is all I have done in this book. Oh, yep, this one was from our Friendiversary. So Fall Friends Coloring Book, Deborah Muller. And let's see. I have just a few more here. I'm going to go ahead and get my Teresa Goodridge out of the way. One quick one here. This is Farm Sweet Farm by Marjorie Sarnat. This is the Sharpie Vintage Palette. So if you are curious or you haven't seen them, I don't know if you can buy them single. I got them in the special edition set at Christmas, but they are super cute colors. They do go well together. So yeah, happy with that. And then an unfinished cow. These ones will be quick to go through because they are mostly color longs up on the channel, so if you would like to see them or need help finding them, let me know. This one is Autumn Charm, so we did Happy Thanksgiving last year in Prismacolors, so that one is up and ready to go. Buddy Color on YouTube, so this one is up and ready to go. I don't know what else I have in here. I think a horse. And then this one was a Buddy Color with Disney Meg, so this is not a channel Buddy Color, but still fun. Happy with how it turned out. I do a few things different now, but happy with how it turned out. I didn't realize when I first started coloring corn that corn is not really that green. So when I look back at this, growing up in Wyoming where we literally go to corn mazes, makes me laugh that I didn't catch how green my corn was, but that's okay. And then Happy Halloween, and I have 2 copies of this book, so I have a blank in here still. But the theme was not to do orange pumpkins, so obviously Ashley went rainbow, but happy with how that one turned out as well. So there's Autumn Charm. I will try to tackle another one in this year. Autumn Scenes is a full book, but I think this one is kind of enjoyable to look through. This is a collaboration book, so again, second copy. This one is from 2020, and this one is from 2023. I'll probably give it a couple more years to maybe tackle this page again, see how much I've learned and how much progress I've made. I am so happy with how this turned out, and I am so happy I kept this even though I didn't love it, just so I could see how far I've grown. So happy with that one. Another quick example of that is my Apple page. So again, I tackled this in 2020, and then I came back in 2023, tackled it again, and I am super happy with my difference. My apples look so much better, my ground is so much more vibrant, my barrel looks like wood. So my suggestion to you is if you have any old favorite pages, like I wasn't unhappy with this page, but I knew someday I'd probably do better. Color it again, because if you're ever feeling bad about your coloring and you look back, you're like, look how far I've come. I may not be there yet, but look how much progress I've made. And that's really what this book is about to me. So I still have all these pages out of my original copy that I colored in 2020 that I need to recolor. But yeah, so this is just kind of my motivation book. It's an oldie but a favorite, near and dear to my heart kind of thing. Okay, Halloween special just has one little cutie in the front here. I finished her up last year. She was a 2-year whip. I am happy, super happy with how she turned out. Again, few things I do different, but it's hard when you start one year and try to go back and finish it the next year. Because even year to year, you can make some progress. So I wasn't happy with how I did some things, but I couldn't kind of fix them. So here we are, and I am happy. And I really love how the wood porch turned out. I have no idea how I did it, but that wood porch is looking good. It's looking like wood. But yeah, that's the only, I think I have a couple whips in here, but nothing, oh, yep, nothing too exciting. I do like this book. Oh, my Rainbow Grim Reaper, how dare I forget about him. So again, not into the dark, scary kind of stuff, so I took my Grim Reaper and I left him kind of creepy, but I put him on a nice rainbow unicorn. And I think it's a funny oxymoron. Makes me smile. I used extreme glitter, distressed inks, eyeshadow, and Prismacolor. And he is 3 years old now. And that is like a glitter paint. It looks better far away. If you look at it up close, it does not look that great. But far away, it's pretty decent for a girly Grim Reaper anyway. Okay, I don't think I have much in these books, but these are all by Usiku off Amazon. Witching Around, Lovely Pumpkin, and Year of Witches. I have one in here, which was a buddy color, and I am happy with how it turned out. Again, went back to that good old nail polish in the background for sparkles. And I only have that one in there. And then I did a buddy color with Jamie, and I hate my blue background. I was really trying to make it like spooky and fun and witchy instead of like boring browns and office looking, but blue is not the way to go. Lesson learned there. Still happy it's done, but would definitely change it. And then I don't have anything in Witches Around colored yet, do I? Oh, I have a started one. And I am happy with how this one's turning out, which is why I'm not rushing it. I learned when I rush things, try to finish them, do too much at one time, I'm ruining more of my pages than I'm happy with, and it's not going well. And then last but least, we have Hocus Pocus, which I got last year. I do not have a completed page. I have a lot of whips, but this is one I have my eye on finishing, even if I only finish half of it. And I have my colors wrote down so I can go back and finish it. But really, it's just their dresses and their hair that I have left to finish. The dresses are the scary part, so yeah. So that is most of my collection. I'm sure I am missing a few here and there. A few books got missed, a few pages got forgot about. But that's okay. I feel like that was a pretty good display. Questions, comments, requests, anything like that, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to who requested that video idea. Totally appreciated. October's Color Along for Gnome Sweet Gnome will be out shortly. And again, I hope to see you for some spooky coloring, and we'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.